Hey everyone, it's Dan here from the Joyful Trader channel. Surprise, surprise. First off, I want to say that it's great to be back online. I know it's been a long while since I posted my last video. 5 years, 67 days, and 12 hours to be exact. So I wanted to make this video just to provide some explanation about my prolonged absence and what my plans are going forward. Stick with me here and we'll take a few minutes to fill you in on all the good details and the exciting news of where we are going in the future. Okay, so I started this channel about 5 years ago with the intent to produce 1 or 2 videos a week talking about trading and investing, various aspects of that, methodologies, different instruments that we can use, things that are really important to me and things that I am profoundly interested in. I wanted to help enlighten those of you out there who want to learn about this. But honestly, between my full-time job as a surgical nurse, some big home remodeling projects, family commitments, managing my own investments, and also working on some individual software projects, my work balance completely sort of fell apart. And I realized that I just didn't have the time I needed and wanted to commit to this channel in the way that would really do it justice. So I made the difficult decision to pause developing new material for the Joyful Trader. Now, as you may know, it takes a fair chunk of time to write, film, edit, and publish quality material on YouTube. And in light of everything else going on, I just needed to shift my focus to other personal things. But I always had the intention of revisiting this and picking up where I left off. I just didn't think it would take this long. However, I am back now and I'm in a really good position to make this channel a top priority. So going forward, I'll be producing quality content that is focused on topics like options trading, which I think is terribly misunderstood and really quite confusing for many people that are starting out. Certainly was for me. I also want to help you learn how to manage your investments and talk about other trading vehicles and methodologies. Example, like just stocks, futures, forex, things like that. But we'll have more of a heavier emphasis on option trading because, in my opinion, it fits in better with the work-life balance for those of us that are working a full-time job or have full-time commitments. Above all, I want to discuss how these can work together for those of us with full-time jobs. So I'm a big proponent of creating passive side hustles or income stacks, as I used to call them. I mean, the term side hustle didn't even exist when I started doing that like 30 years ago. But for me, it was always important to have multiple income streams in conjunction with my primary job. And like many of you, it scared me to rely on just one primary source of income, even if it was decent, because it made me more dependent on it, I felt. In the event of something negative happening, that dependency was even scarier. So I've spent 30 years developing varied income stacks, side hustles that help prop up that security for me. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how I managed to do it between the cracks of my full-time job and maybe how you can do it too by taking some hints from the different kinds of things that worked for me. So I've been a perioperative nurse for about 10 years working in the OR. Before that, I ran a small software company for 22 years, which I started programming various software, including financial software for a variety of different clients. And that's how I really learned about trading and I developed a real love for it. And for me, I figured out some pretty good strategies to balance maintaining my full-time career and investing and trading as a means to bolster my retirement, building my savings, or simply to just pay off bills. The important thing for me, though, was to attempt to always maintain a work-life balance. I haven't always been successful at it, and there were times in my past where my days were like 12, 14, or 18 hours long. One day ran into the next, and I didn't even know if it was the weekend or the middle of the week. And my family suffered and I suffered, and those were hard lessons learned. So I'm happy to talk about that and emphasize that maintaining a balanced life really should be a priority as we work on all of these things together. So I hope you'll be inspired by some of the challenges that I've overcome and that my experiences can be helpful or encouraging to you. I want to be clear though, I am not a trading guru. I'm not here to sell you a magical trading strategy or some sort of system that will just make you rich if you follow it. I want to talk about effective tools and those strategies about how we can each uniquely decide to use them. Our own trading styles, our own mentalities and psychology all vary. So what works for me may not work for you. Unfortunately, though, many people are willing to prey on those that are looking for a way out and sell them systems for a hefty fee. I'm not going to be that person. I will do everything I can to help you understand how trading tools work, like options, what they are, how they work, why, when to use them. But with that said, I'm excited to announce that I am currently working on a very in-depth course about options trading for the beginner. It will explain what options are, how they work, ways that you can combine them. This comprehensive course is really geared towards people who don't know anything about options, or they've been trying to learn but find it very confusing. My goal is to break down this topic in a way that's easy to understand using analogies that make sense to all of us. And when I first started learning about options, I had trading mentors who were very knowledgeable, but they had a hard time explaining things to me in a simplified manner. I mean, I also read books, and I find that those used a lot of tricky financial jargon that kind of flew over my head. Learning about options was a long road for me, but once I began to understand them, I was able to explain them to friends and coworkers, and that process of explaining them helped me to learn even better. Now, over at The Joyful Trader, I want to dive into topics like trading psychology, how to read charts, how to preserve capital, and also how to create side hustles that may or may not be related to trading. These are all important topics for those of us with busy lives, and I look forward to sharing my personal experiences and discussing relevant topics that pertain to this channel. I want to build a relationship and a rapport with you so we can learn from each other, listen to each other, and sometimes even vent to each other. So if you've been following me for a while, there's going to be something for everyone. I hope this channel will be informative and inspiring, providing a new outlook on trading and showing how it can be combined with full-time commitments. So I look forward to talking with you all about this. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you find value in these videos, and even in this video today, please share them with others, hit the like button. And also when you subscribe, be sure to hit the notification bell to stay updated with all the new content. My goal here is to produce 1 to 3 videos a week on various topics that pertain to this umbrella. I'd love to hear from you. Please leave your ideas and questions in the comments. Tell me what you want to hear about, and I will do everything I can to try to discuss that in upcoming videos. And again, thank you so much for your support and for hanging out all these years, wondering if I'll ever be back. I am thrilled to be back, and I'm really excited to start generating quality content and build a relationship with you. I can't wait to start this journey. Stay tuned for great content, and remember, always trade wisely and live fully. I'll see you in the next episode.